click that like and subscribe button and go sign up on superchargedstocks.com and let's keep you notified. Good afternoon, it's Andrew with Supercharged Stocks. Today we're catching up with Claudia Tornquist, who's the president CEO of Kodiak Copper. This is, I guess you could say, the sister company to Great Bear Resources. They apply the same strategy, a lot of the same team, and they share resources. But instead of applying this to gold in Ontario, this is focused on copper. A couple projects, one down in the States in Arizona and one in British Columbia. So let's catch up with Claudia and see what she can fill us in on. So good morning, Claudia. It's great to speak with you again. It's been a little while. I think the last time it was whenever it was called Dunedin, but there's been a lot that's happened in the meantime, quite a bit, lots of exciting things. And you're sitting with a very, very strong prospects with a copper play. Copper is hot in the market right now. I think 10-year highs. You know, a lot of people are recognizing the absolute critical need for copper moving into this kind of new energy and clean and green tech environment. You must be pretty excited.
Yes, I am. It's certainly a good time to be in copper. As you said, the market fundamentals look really quite extraordinary. A lot of copper will be needed in the world for the green revolution, electrification, and there's just not very much in the pipeline at all to fill this big copper demand. So yeah, to have a project or several projects in the copper space where we've made a discovery, that's certainly an exciting place to be.
Yeah, so having that discovery, some great results. You had Teck come in, September or October as a strategic partner as well. That really lifted the stock, got a lot of attention because once again, it's you've got a great team. You're using the same kind of say the sister company to Great Bear. It's a lot of the same resources. You can lend each other hands. There's modeling and techniques that you can use. Yep. It's part of the discovery group if people aren't aware. So John Robbins is coming is an advisor, but you also have Chris Taylor as well. So you've got a team along with yourself that can really get things done. Is still getting it done over at Great Bear to lend a hand not to gold but to copper.
Yep. You mentioned Chris, and it's really important to highlight his role at Kodiak. He's leading our technical work, and many people think of Chris as a gold guy because, of course, Great Bear, our sister company, is a big gold discovery. But Chris's background as a geologist is actually in copper. He spent the first couple of years of his career with Imperial Metals, exploring for copper porphyries all over North America, which is exactly what we are doing. And his expertise and his out-of-the-box thinking is a big part of our success. And yeah, credit really goes to him for, first of all, seeing the potential in MPD, our project where we made a discovery in southern BC. It's a project that many people looked at. It has been drilled since the 60s. Nobody could make anything from it. Nobody thought much of it. Chris looked at it and saw potential where other people didn't, and he was right.
This is not unlike the Great Bear story as well. I mean, there was lots of data. You re-envision, you reinterpret it, and then think outside, and it was the same kind of thing. And we're seeing it, hopefully it plays out the same way, but it certainly seems to be playing out that way. I mean, the milestones are getting hit. You're getting great numbers. You're building out from this discovery, a pretty large porphyry discovery. And obviously you're getting a lot of support with a company like Teck coming on board as well. Drilling 30,000 meters this year, fully funded?
Yes. That's what's on the card. Very large drill program, almost five times more meterage than last year. And obviously Teck coming in, that's also a big bonus. They're a fantastic partner. They know the area like their back pocket. They have their big Highland Valley copper mine just a couple of kilometers north of us. And they came in last year when we raised funds, did a private placement after our initial discovery. They invested for a 9.9% share, put 8 million into the company. And that obviously was a game changer for us. It enabled us to fund now a significantly larger drill program. So 30,000 meters this year. It'll be very exciting. We've started drilling and we will ramp up the drill program, accelerated throughout the year.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's going to be a ton of news flow coming from there. Well, this is a very mining friendly region. There's tons of infrastructure. There's lots of data. So this isn't a tougher play up in the mountains of the Golden Triangle where there's a lot more cost.
We are very fortunate where we are located with the MPD project. It's not only now for exploration very favorable and very cost effective to be in an established mining area where you have every infrastructure, everything at your fingertips that you need, but also looking into the future for the economics of a potential mine. That makes all the difference if you are in an accessible place. The hurdle, the threshold this project will have to make to eventually become economic is so much lower than a more remote project would be.
So lots of room still to grow. There's going to be, a very aggressive drill program with obviously lots of results to go. So we're pretty excited to see. That's what people want. They want to see the news flow. They want to hear what's happening. Are you, growing and developing the asset, and then adding on another bigger chunk is exciting. You also have property down in the Mojave in Arizona.
Yes, that's correct. That's our second Porphyry project. It is very much a similar story to MPD. It's in a great location. It's just a couple of kilometers west of Freeport-McMoRan's big Baghdad copper mine. And in Arizona, which is copper country, so all the infrastructure, everything right there. It's right off a highway as well, just like MPD. And it's previously drilled, some copper, some gold found, but nobody has really figured it out yet. And that's very much what MPD was when we first started our work. So Mojave is also a very interesting project, lots of discovery potential, and we're looking forward to moving that project forward as well.
I mean, it's a good mixture of a little bit of de-risk of a project because you've had the discovery, and then the anticipation of building that out to see what, what's the data going to bring. So there's lots of news flow this summer. I imagine there'll be a lot of eyes waiting and watching because it's tough to find a lot of really solid copper plays or discoveries right now. I mean, there's copper companies out there, but if you're looking for some de-risked and lots of data, there's not a ton out there.
No, the development pipeline is at an all-time low. Over the last 10 years, less copper was discovered than in 1991. In 1 year alone, 1991 was a good year for copper discovery. I just read that statistic and I thought it was quite astonishing.
Yeah.
And it's simply a factor of a mining downturn, not much capital available for exploration. And so just not much copper exploration happened, no discoveries. And we know already now there will be peak copper supply in 2 years' time or so, and then the supply will decline because copper projects by their nature are large projects. They take some time to develop, to build, and if something's not being built now, it won't be there in 3 years' time, 5 years' time. And so we know supply will decline, and yeah, there's really a race now to discover copper and to fill this gap, this supply gap that will be opening up.
And it's fantastic to see that people are being more open to mining and looking at this. I think, partly because of, things like Tesla, and they start to put two and two together that, there's like roughly 16 grams of copper in a phone. And there's, 100 up to 180 pounds of copper in, depending on the type of car that you have. So they're starting to recognize, wow, we need a lot of copper. And where does it come from? So having some control that it's in southern BC, it was a mining friendly jurisdiction, tons of infrastructure, 30,000 meter drill program, and you've got a discovery already. This, bodes very well to attract serious investors to make this happen, I guess. So that's what's so appealing about Kodiak Copper.
Yep. It's certainly a very exciting time. It won't be long and we'll have our first results out. We expect those later in the spring, early summer. And then throughout the year, the pace will accelerate and more exploration news and more results from us to come.
Wonderful. Well, we'll be looking for spring, summer to see what those results start bringing. And of course, any updates that you have to help drive this home. We really appreciate you coming, spending some time and helping to educate us about copper and also what's so unique about the management, the project itself, and what you guys have ready in store for us. I mean, this is pretty exciting.
Thank you, Andrew.
All the best. Take care.
Take care. Thanks.
Click that like and subscribe button and go sign up on superchargedstocks.com and let's keep you notified.